Hi, my name is Ilma and welcome to my channel. I've been posting Christian blogs 12 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Exodus 23 verses 1 to 9. Here's the word of God. You shall not spread a false report. You shall not join hands with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. You shall not fall in with the many to do evil, nor shall you bear witness in a lawsuit, siding with the many so as to pervert justice. Nor shall you be partial to a poor man in his lawsuits. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey going astray, you shall bring it back to him. If you see the donkey of one who hates you lying down under its burden, you shall refrain from leaving him with it. You shall rescue it with him. You shall not pervert the justice due to your poor in his lawsuit. Keep far from a false charge, and do not kill the innocent and righteous. For I will not acquit the wicked, and you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of those who are in the right. You shall not oppress a sojourner. You know the heart of a sojourner, for you were a sojourner in the land of Egypt. Exodus 23, 1 to 9. Here's the poem I wrote inspired by those verses. Laws on partiality, justice, and kindness. The Lord prohibits us from bearing false witness against someone. Partiality must not be exercised in order for justice not to be perverted. There must be no discrimination in showing kindness to others. Foreigners must also be treated with respect like anyone else's you'll encounter. Here's my commentary. The book of James covers the sin of partiality in chapter 2. In the first verse of this chapter, he reminds believers that partiality must not be exercised by anyone who claims they believe in Jesus Christ. In verse 8 of James 2, he directs us why we cannot be partial because of the royal law, which is to love your neighbor as yourself. In verse 12, he also talks about justice and mercy, that those who have not shown mercy will be judged because mercy triumphs over judgment. He calls this law of liberty. I refer to the book of James because it covered these following verses in Exodus 23 that tackles the same requirements for God's people to follow. Matthew 7 verse 12 also summarizes this. So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. It reminds us of God's nature, which is clearly spoken about in 1 John 4 verse 8, which says, anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. If you claim you know God, you will be impartial, just, and kind. Reflection. What can you say about those who discriminate the poor, the sick, and the needy? I would say that they do not know God, but it's okay to not know God. As I'm not saying it's okay to discriminate. I'm saying that those people who do these things, who discriminate the poor, the sick, and the needy, are probably not believers, or they do not know God. And when I say that, I'm saying that even some Christians do not exercise and do not do these things because they are driven by the world system that has corruption, that has perverted justice, that has discrimination towards the poor, towards the sick, the needy, the foreigners, and all that stuff. So when we say, as in James is saying, if you claim you are a believer and you hold the faith that you believe in Jesus Christ, there is no room for you to do all this impartiality, unkindness, and injustice. Because if you know God and if you serve God, because God is love, He wants us all to have that, because we were all made in His image. We were made for love. We were not made for corruption. But because of sin, we became corrupt. And because of sin, evil is so easily perpetuated in this world. So I encourage you to take a look at the way you look at things. What are your preferences? What are your likes and dislikes? Because sometimes your likes and dislikes can show you a heart of somebody who has partiality or discrimination. That's why we have laws about discrimination, that we're not supposed to discriminate women who are weaker. We're not supposed to discriminate those who are unable to, who are poor and cannot afford some things. We're not supposed to discriminate those who are sick, because we cannot expect those who are sick to be as healthy people, and we cannot put down those who are needy just because they're needy. So it's important for us to recognize this, but the most important thing is to always remember that God is love. It's all about love. So when we do something, we must always ask ourselves, are we loving? Are we kind? Are we following Jesus? Would Jesus do what I'm about to do? Because if we follow those guide, we will probably not do what is unjust, what is impartial, or what is unkind. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ILMA'S.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos and give you the Word of God. Check over 3,000 videos I've done over the years. I've been doing this. Just type on Google or YouTube search ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.